He set his head on fire, backflipped off buildings, swallowed wasabi, and jumped off a bridge from a moving car. He even poked a fishhook through his cheek and placed fireworks where they should never be. And don't even ask about what he's done with a stapler. Ever since he snatched a video camera from his father at the age of 15, Steve-O has craved attention. And the JackAss star discovered early and repeatedly that public adoration grew in line with the outrageousness of his behavior.
Hi, my name is Steve-O, and I make people happy for a living.
The formula was straightforward. The further he pushed the edge, the more America's favorite prankster felt affectionate and alive. But where did it all start from? Born as Stephen Gilchrist Glover on June 13, 1974 in Wimbledon, Steve-O was grown up in 5 different countries while being fluent in 3 different languages. His mother was Canadian and his father was half English and half American. His father was a top-level management employee at Pepsi-Cola and served as the company's president in South America. Steve was 2 years old when his family relocated to Brazil. Steve's first language was English, but he spoke Portuguese as his first language in Brazil. Throughout his childhood, he moved around with his family. He resided in Venezuela and the United States. He briefly returned to England when he was 9 years old. Later, at the age of 12, he moved to Toronto, Canada. 1 year later, he was back in England where he graduated from the American School in London. However, this was the time when he thought of doing something new. He informed everyone that his goal was to become a famous stuntman using his home video camera. He recalls people feeling very sad for him. To be truthful, he wasn't even convinced it would work or that he'd be successful. In the least, he just desired to gather enough insane film so he'd have a legacy to outlive him when he inevitably died young, having failed at life. Following his high school graduation, he went to the University of Miami in the United States. By then, he had lost interest in academics. He was a natural prankster and sought out similar activities. He eventually enrolled in Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Clown College. However, after graduation, he was not chosen for his college's circus. Instead, he began working as a clown in flea markets. He recorded his performances, which led to his initial break into the entertainment sector. This was the time when he started getting recognized for what he was doing. While performing in the flea market circus, Steve-O began sending videos of himself to Big Brother editor and future JackAss director Jeff Tremaine, which led to his participation in the television series JackAss. This was the time when Steve was on the peak of his career. JackAss was an ultimate success for Steve. However, in the show, he was shown attempting daring stunts and dangerous pranks. It aired in October 2000 and was an instant blow in his career. The successful series spanned 3 seasons and 25 episodes. Despite being considered as too dangerous, the series was extremely successful. The series concluded in 2002 and the picture rights were acquired by Paramount Pictures. A year later, the film JackAss the Movie came out, which again proved to be a success, and Steve's name became considerably more recognizable. He later acted in films including Blind Horizon, Passenger Side, and Barely Lethal. In addition, he appeared in subsequent JackAss franchise films, including JackAss 3D, JackAss No. 2, JackAss 2.5, JackAss 3D, JackAss 3.5, and JackAss Forever. From 2003 to 2006, he hosted 32 episodes of the show Wild Boys, as well as starring as a regular cast member on the show Totally Busted. He later became a television sensation, appearing on shows like Mad TV and The Bronx Bunny Show. He created his own show, Dr. Steve-O, in 2007. However, the show was not particularly successful and only aired 7 episodes. Over the next few years, he made a few minor cameos on reality TV shows like Love Island, America's Next Top Model, and Dancing with the Stars. In the 2009 season of Dancing with the Stars, where he finished 9th. However, all of the success that he had achieved didn't come that easy, and Steve had to deal with a lot of the controversies along the way. In July 2002, he was detained after completing a stunt in which he stapled his scrotum to his leg. But it wasn't over here, and in 2003, he was detained again in Sweden after filming himself swallowing a condom laced with narcotics in order to avoid airport security. In the late 2000s, he experienced major psychiatric problems, which led to use of narcotics and intoxicant substances. But things didn't get right.
I did drugs to the point where I was hearing voices.
In March 2008, Steve's buddies got an email from him that read more like a suicide note. He was immediately hospitalized and kept under observation for 14 days. He also admitted that he had been bipolar. However, the same year in June, Steve was again arrested for the possession of narcotics, and to avoid getting arrested, he checked into a rehabilitation program. So how is he doing today? Although Steve-O's wounds have healed on the outside, he still needs to care for his mental health after years of struggling with an addiction to illicit substances.
And to an extent, I fucking believe still that shit was real.
While taking a look on all that he was gone through, Steve did share a few words on his situation, saying, "With alcoholism, part of the recovery process is to share everything with another person." He explained about becoming sober. That opened up a bunch of things that I had to share that I wasn't willing to share. I opened up my notebook and I wrote at the top of the page the words "to the grave." These are the things that I was dead set on never ever sharing. Following an intervention by his JackAss co-stars in 2008, which resulted in an involuntary stay in a psychiatric institution, Steve-O realized he needed to make substantial adjustments to his unpredictable lifestyle, so he decided to finally open up. This person who I brought these secrets and codes to had told me, "I've been doing this for years. Trust me, you're not going to tell me anything I haven't heard. Just go for it." And when I read my coded secrets to him, he said, "Ding, ding, ding, that I have not heard." And we both laughed. By speaking up to that one person who I trusted, I was largely freed. He said, "It's against all odds that Steve-O is still alive. Throughout his career, he has been hampered by numerous ailments, but they have never stopped him. However, these are quieter, more profitable times for the stuntman. He now has a podcast with 1.65 million subscribers, is a stand-up comedian, and has been sober for 15 years. But the hole inside him, which he has attempted to fill with the attention of others, remains and cries out for more. Instead of submitting to its pressures, Steve-O has opted to turn it to his advantage. Apart from taking care of his own self, Steve has been engaged in other activities as well. That's right, he has been an active animal rights campaigner for many years, and he occasionally blends his passion for absurd pranks with his love of animals, yielding tremendous effects. In addition to advocating for animal rights through eye-catching public displays, Steve-O changed his personal lifestyle to reflect his convictions. He told a source that he became a vegan immediately after beginning his treatment, and the decision affected far more than just his diet. He also explained how his vegan diet influences other health decisions he makes, such as drinking more water and meditating in the morning. While talking about his current relationship and future plans in an interview, Steve revealed that he and his fiancée, Lux Wright, met on a job that never ended up seeing the light of day.
We met on a job, which never ended up seeing the light of day.
Even though the initiative failed, it allowed Steve-O to meet the love of his life. Although they do not intend to have children, the couple has ambitious plans for their future, including establishing an animal refuge where they can live after retirement.
Lux and I don't want kids.
And that's all for this video, fellas. What do you think about the JackAss star's life? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed watching this video, then hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to tap on the bell icon for more future updates. Thanks for watching.